Hi everyone, I'm Rich Sander from The Engagement Coach. Welcome to our final video in our series of videos about how we improve productivity. So in our first video, I looked at identifying areas of opportunity. This was the business rhythms and routines we get stuck in, just stuff we do, but you've got to question the value we add. And I cited my time in retailing, and 1/5 of our working week was spent looking at last week's data. Numbers we all knew, but we just felt the need to go over. And then in our second video, we looked at the precursor to implementing any change, which is trust. How do we go about building environments of trust? And I cited Paul Zach's work on the neuroscience of trust, and we honed in particularly about communication and building effective relationships or strong relationships at work. And then our third video, we started to look into feedback and how we need to move away from surveys, because surveys provide us with a limited view of data and how people are feeling. People can only answer the question being asked, but actually what else is it they're not telling us? And by having this blank canvas approach and the scientific approach to getting feedback, we could really understand and truly listen. In this video, I want to very briefly talk about values. Now, I see organizations we work with across the spectrum where we have values plastered across the walls, backs of toilets, everywhere you go. And certainly I remember my own time in corporate life. Values were everywhere. But what value do values add? Now, unless your values are being used to help decision-making, inform decision-making, they're not adding any value. They're just words on a wall. So really getting to think about how can we truly bring values to life when we're making decisions, when we're planning activities. How do we bring these values to life? Does what we've decided demonstrate our value of X, Y, and Z? So it's really thinking about truly believing these values and then bringing them to life in the decision making that we're doing at work in day-to-day meetings. So have a think, what are your values at work? How well do people know them firstly, and then how well are they demonstrated through the strategy, through the decision making in your organization? I'll leave it there. So onwards and upwards in our journey to drive productivity through engagement. Good luck, and we'll see you soon. I'm Rich Sander from The Engagement Coach. Take care.